Hello everybody on the internet. Now this is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the show, don't watch this video. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is finally out, and it is the second MCU Disney Plus show and the second installment of Phase 4. And this was my most anticipated Disney Plus show. As always, Marvel Studios blow me away. This is way better than WandaVision in every single way. I've always thought that this is the best idea for a show they could have possibly thought of. It's the perfect way to do more with the Captain America mythos without actually having Captain America. And this show just proved my point. Falcon and Winter Soldier are both great characters alone. They are awesome together, and spending 6 hours with them is amazing. And this show really is a 6-hour movie. It completely looks like a movie, not a TV show at all. The CGI and action is movie quality, and the action is amazing. It is so creative as well, like Falcon using his thruster to burn someone, and using his wings as a shield. This makes Sam way better than he already was. He still has his sense of humor, but this explores his personal life with his sister and his nephews, and seeing him overcome the doubt of taking the mantle was really great to see play out. And when Sam becomes Captain America, it was so fulfilling. He was really acting like a true captain. Every single scene in this show shows that he is the right person to be Captain America. And I was absolutely blown away by how comic accurate the suit was. Anthony Mackie really gave his best performance here. They explore Bucky in a very personal way as well. He has to discover who he is now without Steve and without the Winter Soldier. And I love how in the end he gets full closure. And of course he has awesome banter with Sam, but if they were just getting along the entire time, it wouldn't be a compelling story. And he didn't like what Sam did with the shield, so there is tension between them, which makes it very compelling. Though in terms of action, he's not as impressive as Falcon here, but Sebastian Stan gave his best performance here. The scene in Wakanda where he's freed from the Winter Soldier programming is absolutely amazing. I am so glad to see the return of Zemo. In Civil War, he was already an amazing character because he won. A god failed, an AI failed, and a man succeeded. But this show makes him even more amazing and actually establishes him as Baron Zemo. And Zemo is a villain, but he's not a bad guy. He has a code and respect, and he didn't even try to kill Sam or Bucky. And I cannot get enough of Zemo, Sam, and Bucky together. Even though they hate each other, they are an awesome trio. And in the end, he got the last laugh and killed the Flag Smashers. Daniel Bruhl just killed it. So usually in things when there are characters who are supposed to be antagonizing and unlikable, I don't always hate them. But in this case, I hated John Walker. But Wyatt Russell plays an unlikable and unstable character perfectly. When he took the serum and he brutally murdered that Flag Smasher, he just makes everything worse. He is a bad guy, but in the finale he did do some good things. And he becomes US agent. I can't wait to see where that leads. And Sharon Carter finally returns, but everything about her in this show was completely unexpected. I knew she would be the power broker, but what's become of her is shocking. I really want to know what has led her down this dark path. And now that she's back in the US, she's up to something. And Karli Morgenthau and the Flag Smashers are super soldiers. And it's shocking to think that someone actually succeeded in recreating the super soldier serum. But Karli and the Flag Smashers, they have some of the most believable motives in all of the MCU. She's not evil. She wanted to do good, but she went way over the line. And even though she died in the end, she made a difference. And she changed Sam. Erin Kellyman was good, though I didn't think she was as good as the other actors though. And through Isaiah Bradley, the show explores very deep, dark, and mature themes. Just because he's a super soldier, he was put through hell. all in the name of America. And it was so touching in the end when he got the recognition he deserves. Carl Lumbly gave an amazing performance. And being an MCU property, it has connections to the larger MCU that are good additions to it. Like seeing Rhodey, Batroc, and the Dora Milaje again was great. And I love the world building that this show does. It does a great job of showing the world after the snap and the consequences of it. Now I'm gonna go over the episodes. Episode 1 was my least favorite just by default. It was a great start to it, though I didn't expect Sam and Bucky to be a part for it, but it established them as people first. Episode 2 was definitely the funniest episode. Sam and Bucky coming together with their banter and tension was awesome, and they set up John Walker very well. Episode 3 was my second favorite. The stakes were really raised, and Zemo, it was amazing, and going to Madripoor, that was a very interesting place. Episode 4 was my favorite episode. It was the most intense, and I felt like it was the strongest made. We get more of Zemo and the guys, and Walker stains Cap's legacy with blood. Episode 5 was the longest for a good reason, and explored very powerful stuff, and Sam and Bucky's friendship grew. 6 was a great finale and my third favorite episode, though it went by pretty quick I felt and wrapped things up really quickly. But Sam as Captain America was amazing and so satisfying. It did a lot of things that I didn't expect, but it had so much payoff. Overall, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was an amazing show. It is one of the best things in the MCU. I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Carrie Skoglund and Malcolm Spellman did a great job with this show. And there is no way they're not gonna do a season 2, so I am hyped. And I just want to quickly mention, if you want to see my further thoughts on things, then follow me on the Stardust app. The Stardust app is a good extension of my channel. On there I cover things that I don't cover on YouTube, so I'd really appreciate it if you could follow me on there. So, what did you think of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? What do you want to see from season 2? Let me know in the comments below, and may the Force be with you.